Hey YouTube! Today I'm really excited to show you the new color scheme that I have for my Meade LX telescope. As you saw in the previous video, I tried to paint this myself and the results were terrible. So I went ahead and contacted a local powder coater who was able to powder coat it with the coloring that I wanted, and he was able to do a one-day turnaround for only 50 bucks. And I'm not gonna lie, I spent way more than that on the sandpaper alone. So I should have probably gone the powder coating route the entire time. If you decide that you don't want to paint the telescope yourself, I suggest finding a powder coater to do it for you. The guy that I found was able to do it for $50, but he owns his own shop and he can set his own pricing. You may not be able to find such a good deal, and that's fine. It might cost you $75 or $100. Still, that's going to be a lot less expensive than if you were to try and paint yourself using the color shifting paint that I was buying from AutoZone. That stuff was about $25 a can. If I were to go out and buy another 2 cans, it would have ended up costing a grand total of 75 bucks just in the color shifting paint, plus more than $50 in sandpaper. Would have been well worth it to have even paid $100 for the powder coating. So let's get into it. I'm gonna unwrap this thing and show you guys the powder coat. And that, my friends, is the powder-coated telescope. Now I'm going to try and show you how this color can shift. So we've got some blue going on. You might be able to catch a little bit of purple in there from time to time. So with the powder coating done and the color exactly the way I wanted it, it was safe to go ahead and start doing the flocking on the inside. I noticed that there were a few places in here that also needed some paint. I flocked the inside, and then I went and painted some of these surfaces that I could not get the flocking material to stick to with a black chalkboard paint. I had to paint around the inside of this rim here. I wasn't able to get the flocking material cut to shape, and I was kind of running low on the flocking material anyway, and I didn't think I would have enough to be able to do all of it. After painting the inside of that, I painted the very rear part of the rear cell of the telescope. Now I get that I'm going to have a giant mirror in here, and that shouldn't get any light, but just in case any light creeps around the outside edge of that mirror and bounces back towards the front of that corrector plate and causes some sort of glare, I want to be able to reduce that. Or any light that might bounce around between the aluminum finish on the back and the rear of the mirror and then work its way out the other side here, I want to be able to reduce that as well. So the inside has been completely blacked out. Most of it has been done with flocking material, and the surfaces I could not flock, I used the chalkboard black paint, and I did about 2 coats everywhere, so I should have a pretty good rough textured surface throughout the inside of the telescope. So the next step is to reinstall the primary mirror and the focusing knob to get that all secured, and then also put the corrector plate back in the front, and that will require some shimming with some corks. The powder coating process baked the old shims out. Thanks for taking some time to watch this video. If you like what I've been doing, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you've got any questions about how the powder coating job turned out or what you might be able to do differently for your telescope in your situation, please put a comment down below in the section and I'll get to it as quickly as I can. Thanks, and as always, keep looking up and clear skies.